What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a special edition of Conservative News. And tonight I'm going to have my Patriot veteran homie, Adam Cunningham. He's going to tell you guys where you can also locate his material on his social media platform. He just like me. We both are diehard conservatives, and we're just out here trying to spread the message and give you our point of view from a conservative prospect, well, from a conservative point of view of
There
what's
you go.
going on. Sorry, I got tongue tied. So, without further ado, Adam, I'm gonna let you go ahead on and give them a little background about yourself, brother.
All right. Well, like you said, I'm Adam. I do have a military background, and like you said before, I like to get online and spread a conservative view of things. Despite the left, the lies tells and stuff, I just try to get out there. Different views, and it's okay to have a different view. I have a Facebook group. It's called the Think Tank. I have a YouTube channel. I don't post too much on there anymore, but I mainly do it on the Facebook group. But I mean, if you want to find me, that's probably where you should go. But that's kind of like what I do. I try to go live, week every week or so to talk to people like you, to spread, truth behind what's going on with world events and such. So,
And that's what we got to do because right now we're living in a crazy time where right now you can't even be yourself,
oh
with
no,
with all this craziness going on. So, with that being said, I'm going to make sure tonight that you will get all his information as well too. I'll put it in the captions and everything. That while y'all guys is out here, please don't hesitate to donate to the channel. You can cash out me right here, $ Joshua Joel Davis. Anything that you bestow on your heart that the good Lord wants you to, that's fine. That just keeps the channel going. If you don't have that available, we also got the Venmo and the PayPal app as well. If you like the content that I'm bringing you tonight, please, if you follow me on YouTube, do not hesitate to go ahead on and hit the like button. And as you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell all the way to the top. So that way, when we come on, you'll know what is going on at all times. So tonight, me and my guy gonna jump into it. I'm gonna lead it off, and then he's just gonna give you his 2 cents in, and then we'll touch base on the chats and everything else. First things up is the Cuties movie on Netflix. This thing has taken a life of its own. Uh, now they got the representatives out of Colorado and Arizona, the state reps over there. They want to get an investigation, get the DOJ involved to see what laws has been broken from the Netflix point of view and the director of the film of putting this type of film on Netflix. Uh, what are your thoughts on that?
well, I mean, obviously I didn't watch it, but from what I hear, it's pretty distasteful because you got a bunch of little kids twerking and such. I heard someone say they actually took their shirt off, which is technically child pornography. I mean, my question is, if a father sat there and videotaped their little daughter doing this and then put it on the internet, you know what kind of trouble that father would get into? Why in the world would Netflix sit here and do this to let millions of people? I mean, you know what kind of people watch that kind of crap? The people that shouldn't
Hmm.
be, and they're letting them do it, and they're getting away with it. So yeah, they should be doing an investigation on something like that. I mean, that's horrible. How, in my opinion, everybody that's involved in that, the parents, the people that let that even get on Netflix itself should all be in trouble from something. I mean that's I mean it's disgusting. It really is.
Yeah, and I agree as well too because I mean I have a daughter myself, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
just to know the fact of the matter that you know somebody looking at my daughter in that type of light, and she's 13, to do in that kind of material, dressing like that, scantily showing all of her body parts that early, I'm definitely going to be livid. And to me, you know, I just I don't know why in the world that the mothers over there, you know, would want to subject their daughter to that lifestyle, because I mean that's basically setting them up for pedophilia type of exposure in the future. I mean that's just being realistic about it.
Yeah, I mean they're doing it to get that money to get famous off of this, but that's not the way to go. I mean they're children. They're
Hmm.
children. They shouldn't be doing something like that. I mean their parents would not want that to happen if a random dude was doing that. I mean come on,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
should know better than that. And
And
what's sad is all the parents that let their kids try out for it too. I mean, there are
hmm.
thousands of kids trying out for it. I mean,
Yep.
they're happily just letting their kids go out there. I hear so much saying that you shouldn't sexualize children, which you shouldn't, and then they say that we should let children do what they want. But I mean, you see what happens when you let children do what they want.
Hmm.
I understand they're children. You're here to teach them right from wrong. You don't have to teach people wrong. People already know how to do wrong. You have to teach them to
Hmm.
do right. And that's one of the
Hmm.
things you need to teach them is respect for themselves. And
Hmm.
that's definitely going beyond that.
Yep. Yeah, and I think too it could be the French culture. You know, a lot of people say it's the French culture, and it could be. You know, but I know in the states, what shocked me, when I heard about this and I seen cuties and I seen all these girls, dressed the way they were dressed, I was like, are y'all playing with me right now? And that's when I researched about it, and that's when I heard everybody was like, "Yo, these little girls are like almost wearing is nude. There's some nude scenes. They're wearing nothing." Now, somebody that said they looked at it that came on the Anthony Bryan Logan show, and by the way, y'all should check that show out too. It's a conservative channel on YouTube. Um, they were like saying that when they seen it, that it didn't look like they weren't nude or anything like that. But he said that they had real see-through provocative like clothing. But to me, even in that extreme, I mean, these are little kids. It's not like adults. If they were 18 and up, yeah, you want to be like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, shaking it up, and all these other girls that's video girls, whatever, doing that. Yeah, that's on you. You're an adult. You can do that. You know. Now, granted, I wouldn't, approve of it, but so much because there's little girls that probably look up to you that will be
Hmm.
trying to do that. But still, it is not as bad as what we're seeing now. So, I mean, and to see the backlash that Netflix is experiencing, and they're still holding their ground, and they will not back down and take this film off. They're like it's a coming of age. It's an art form. It's got a Sundance Award. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it could be a French culture thing. I don't know, but if it's in the states, there's something we could do about it. And we sure shouldn't be sitting or letting it view on Netflix where all of us can watch it. I mean, it's it's disgusting.
Now, Adam, this is from Miss Angie. She's one of my loyal followers, and she'll probably start following you as well. She said it's the parents who want instant fame. That's what she think is why the cuties has been it was been made in the first place. What are your thoughts on that, Adam?
Well, actually, I agree with that. I mean, I would believe that the parents would want instant fame for the children, but I mean, the way to go about it, doing essentially child pornography, is definitely the wrong way to go about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
It
that's you're
really is.
just exploiting your own child to get
Mm-hmm.
fame. I mean, that just shows what kind of people Hollywood are. So,
Oh, of course. Hollywood is like that. I mean, we've already seen that already. I mean, you got, if people follow the movement, like me and you follow the movement, which, we can't do but so much on the main platforms to talk about it, like, YouTube or Facebook, because, we don't want to get demonetized or our groups to be shut down. But if you would follow us on the other platforms, the one that's a little bit more freer, D Live and um, this platform right over here, Periscope, we can actually get into more concept and a little bit more directness about what's going on and how everything works about some of these elites in Hollywood who groom these young children for stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad but true. I mean, this is the type of world we living in right now.
yeah, which is really, really sad. I mean, you hear all the time
Hmm.
how Hollywood's pedophile. I think Mel Gibson himself said it. You know, Hollywood's filled with nothing but pedophiles years and years ago, and people thought he was crazy for it. But I mean, you see what's going on now. I mean, a lot of this stuff's getting exposed here. I mean, it's just it's the woke, it's the
Yeah,
woke
it is. It
wokeness,
is.
and I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Now this one is for also was directed towards you too, Adam. It says they should have canceled releasing it, and then she also added with that instead they changed the description and artwork that was acceptable to them, and that was from Miss Rachel, one of my other followers. What do you think about that, Adam? Do you think that's probably what they were trying to do with changing the artwork? You think they were trying to lessen the blow, or?
Oh, you know just as well as I do. That's what they do all the time. They'll take the main thing, or you know, the truth or something, and they rewrite it,
Mm-hmm.
reword it, and rewrite it, and keep going down until it gets to what they want to, you know, to push out there, so it doesn't sound as bad as it actually is. But in reality, when you look at it, it's horrible. There's nothing you can do, and to change that, to show that it's horrible. I mean, it's horrible. It's little children doing what they're doing, and all for fame. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it don't matter how they try to twist it and look at it. I hope the people, you know, seeing this realizes what kind of people they are.
Oh man, and this is one right here. This is funny. Rachel said Tom Hanks deleting tweets faster than Hillary deleted her emails. I'll
Oh,
go answer this one for. We already know about that situation. Like I said before, if y'all follow me on my Patreon and on Superstar Broadcast, and I'm about to start getting my mans here to do some of those broadcasts with me, cause me and him got the same thought process. We can get in more detail of why they doing what they're doing.
oh yeah,
So just hold on tight because we still trying to build. I'm still trying to build a channel up, but you will see a lot more Adam on my channel because, like I said, me and him are real cool. We collaborate together a lot, so you'll see him a lot on my channel.
oh yeah, yeah.
So, all right. So enough about cuties. We're gonna move on to this right here because I know this is gonna probably, get under your skin. Cause me and you was talking about this a couple of nights ago, a couple of days ago. We're gonna talk about Breonna Taylor
Oh
settlement.
man.
Now you heard about it today. Now let me give you this now before you go in, Adam, because I want you to keep yourself calm, Adam, because I can see in your face you about to turn into the Viking. I can see in your face, bro. Okay, so today they gave this lady, her family, $12 million settlement for what went on. Okay, so she did her little speech today. The mom did, but the speech was after getting $12 million from the city, promised to train the cops more. There are going to be no more no not warrants. There's going to be warrants got to be revised by a whole department of people before it can be issued out and all that mess. She said that she still wanted justice.
Oh
Adam,
man.
man, Adam, talk to me, bro.
Man, that's a lot of people's problems when they scream for justice. You know, they don't know. They don't even know what they want when they say justice. I mean, if the people get arrested or the people, you know, have to give a certain amount of money, like what's going on now, they still want something more. They go out and destroy places because they get away with it, so they just keep on and keep on and keep on. Now the Breonna Taylor case, I mean, it's horrible. She got caught in the line of fire. I mean, it's what happened, but the
Hmm.
cops didn't go in there and purposely kill her. You know, like what they try to say. But I mean, if they reach a settlement, I guess they reach a settlement. But I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. I mean, if she's wanting more of a justice from it, I mean, what else does she want?
Bro, let me tell you, this is what made me mad. And I'm gonna tell it like it is. First and foremost, you should be thankful for the $12 million you got in a world of the climate it is in today. Because due to the fact of the matter, your daughter was knee deep, not knee deep, she was neck deep in the dope game. Neck deep. When they went to that house, her name was on the warrant.
Yep.
Okay, the boyfriend, the actual freaking boyfriend, lied to the cops, and this even paperwork stated it's on the Tatum report. It's probably
Yep.
out on other websites by now. Brandon B. Tatum, shout out to him, another YouTuber that released this paperwork.
Yeah, I watch a lot
And
of his
this,
stuff.
yeah, legit paperwork that's saying that this girl was trapping with the men with her ex boyfriend making calls, and then she was also doing it with the current boyfriend. Okay, this EMT story, which is really pissing me off. The girl ain't been an EMT since 2017. I don't know why they keep saying EMT. She got released because of her involvement with these thugs. So if you live a thugged out life, you know you dealing with a thug. You know y'all got drugs all over the place, money all over the place. You hear a knock on the door, you gonna do like any other deep dope boy does, which I know you ain't never been in that line of in that lifestyle, but I have in the past when I was out there being crazy. You when you hear a knock on the door, you get your gun, you ready to go because you don't know who gonna run up on you and gonna steal your stuff. Again, she lucky she got the $12 million. Be thankful. Because guess what? Out of that $12 million, you got to give the ambulance chase the 3.4 million of it. And you got to give the government some money of it too. So in the end, you gonna take home about $6 million to $5.3 million. So with that being said, take your money, be thankful, and quit this narrative that you need all this justice when you got your justice. You got the justice you wanted.
Yeah, I want to go back to the whole thing you said that you don't know why they're saying she's an EMT now when she didn't wasn't an EMT since like 2017. That goes back to what we were talking about cuties, how they take something and twist it and make it sound perfect for them. I mean, if they paint a picture that she's this beautiful child that, and by beautiful I mean perfect angel that didn't do anything wrong. If they paint that picture, the left falls for that crap, and well, she's innocent. I mean, why? And then you get exactly what's going on now. Justice for Breonna. Justice for Breonna. That's all you hear.
Yeah, exactly. And what's crazy is about this type of situation is that the left is getting to the point now that even if the person is all the way wrong, they a serial killer and everything, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna rock with him. Now this is right here from someone. This is a good point too. We forgot to. Yeah, the car she rented had a homicide victim in it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they used it for a homicide. You right, they did. She wasn't no angel. This girl was the trap queen with these boys. Okay,
And I totally get it when
Mm.
people say it don't matter what you've done, you don't deserve to die unless, of course, you're threatening the police officers, and obviously she wasn't.
Mhm.
But the point is, she got in the crossfire. It's not like they purposely
Mhm.
killed her. I mean, they shot. She was in the way. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It's not a murder. It was an accident.
And I hate to say it, but that's the next thing that's going to happen to Jacob Blake. Same
Yep.
exact scenario. He's going to get a settlement, and that's going to be it. I mean, I'm just tired of these families not having accountability. I talked to my wife tonight, and I told her, I said, honey, if I got in a situation where it was me and the cop, and I went up here and I'm acting a fool, even if I'm drunk or belligerent, trying to fight him or whatever, and I get shot, don't nobody come trying to paint me as a fucking angel.
Oh no.
I made a mistake and I got what I deserve. Now, granted, y'all being my peoples, y'all my fans, and especially my homie right here, Adam. Go to my funeral, whatever, man. Pay your respects. Tell me, use me as an example of what not to do. But don't have people out here tearing up shit about me. I'm
Oh
telling
yeah.
you, because I'm coming back from the grave and slapping the hell out of all everybody.
I mean, what's the point does that do? I mean, okay, so someone gets murdered, you go and burn down a Wendy's. I mean, what did you accomplish? Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing.
You just destroyed a business that had absolutely nothing to do with that murder or
Exactly.
killing or accident, whatever. I mean,
And then you turn around and then you start crying next week talking about there's no jobs available. I ain't got no opportunity.
man, it's a vicious circle, man.
Yeah, I know why you ain't got no opportunities, because you ain't using your damn
Yeah.
brain.
Well, they'll destroy this entire city, and then all the jobs want to leave, and then the next day they cry. Well,
Yeah,
we ain't got a job now. Well, you didn't have a job before. That's why you were looting.
exactly. It's just facts, man. You gotta have some common sense sometimes.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
I think that's going out the window. Accountability is going out the window. I mean, just pure respect for people in general is just it's gone, man. It's been lost a long time ago.
yeah, it is. It has been, man. I mean, I've never in my whole born life seen anything like it. So now we're gonna move on to Daniel Prude. Now, the Daniel Prude case, last week the command decided to retire. All the upper brass. Now you got the mayor, Lovely. I don't think her name is Lovely. Myers. I know her name is Mayor something. Lovely. I know her first name is Lovely. Anyway, of Rochester, New York, she wants to go ahead and fire the police chief because she thinks that he's the one that's got everybody being cowboys and shooting unarmed men. Granted, this guy was high off PC.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts is about her releasing the police chief? And by the way, the mayor's name is Lovely Warren. I'm sorry, guys, Lovely Warren.
Well, what I think is she's probably making a mistake. I think she's just going off of feelings right now with, everybody freaking out about every little thing right now. Phone's kind of screwing up on me.
All right, take your
Can you
time, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'll let you get it right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Sorry, mom's been messing up here lately. All right.
All right, it's all good, brother.
Anyway, I think she's acting more on people's feelings than what she actually needs to be doing because, everybody knows that, people's writing and stuff and pushing for whatever agenda they want. So I think that's what she's following right now. So I think she wants to make herself look like this good guy or good woman by, wanting to release him or whatever. But as far as that case go, with that guy, I mean, the police didn't do anything wrong. Okay. I mean,
Nope.
they did everything perfect down to T, perfect training, everything. They had the space to the side when he started being belligerent, and he was on PCP, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this. It's called excited deliria. Basically, when you
Mm-hmm.
start coming from a high, you just keep going down and down until you eventually die. I mean, he died 7 days later in the
Yep. A
hospital.
week
So I
later.
mean,
Yep.
how are they gonna blame that on the police? I mean, they are, but I mean, I don't see why in the world they would be. Yeah, that
And
whole
right.
thing. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I
Finish.
was just gonna say the whole thing's screwed up. The whole situation.
Yeah, and what's crazy is the officers involved. I want to say that the officers involved are suspended right now. I think, or either fired. I don't know for sure. I think they got fired, but they're suspended. They got fired. They got suspended right now to the outcome of the investigation. But what making me mad about that situation is, okay, you're letting go the chief. You want the chief to step down. Then you got another city official that was not even nowhere a part of this. You want him to step down. Talking about you want to do a overall of the system. Okay, you want to do a freaking complete. I'm gonna clean house, but you cleaning the house the wrong way
Mm-hmm.
because the only reason why these cops got backlash is because okay, they putting the dude in the vehicle in the ambulance and they was laughing and stuff. Let me tell you, me and you both been in the military. Me and you both have been involved in probably serious exercises.
Yep.
That people would probably say is, oh my God, that's distasteful. But that's just our way when you seeing something that violent, that traumatic, like to cope with it. You gonna say
Well,
because
I mean,
that's human nature.
yeah, I mean, when you're in a high stress situation like that, you make jokes to deal with your high stress situation. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how many times me and my wife's almost got in an accident. All I do is laugh and I joke about something. She don't understand why I do that,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes back to, it's just your mentality. You got to deal with it some way. So, and then a lot of people's ways is joking. I mean,
Yep.
it don't look the best, especially on camera like that. But I mean, it's just human nature. That's what people do, especially in high stress situations.
Exactly. But I guess now they want people to, I don't know, just get down on the ground screaming and crying and saying, save him, please save him. I mean, was that what they want? I mean, if that's the case, we're gonna look very weak out here when we go to war.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you look at anybody. If someone sees a naked guy running down the street on some PCP yelling some crazy stuff, they all gonna laugh. Every one of them. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
it's funny. The guy dying's not funny. That's not funny. That's not what they're joking about. I mean, they're joking to help them, mentally or however the stressful situation they were put in.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got a man naked when it snowing and sleeting outside. Okay, that up there in Rochester, New York. That if y'all don't know where that at, that's not too far from Canada. It gets cold up there. I
Too
mean,
cold for
it's
me.
cold. It's real cold. Cause I went up to New York excuse me, New York, New York. Just being in New York, New York during the times I went close to October, November. I was about to freeze my buns off then. So I can imagine how it is in March when winter and spring is trying to battle which one's gonna come in first. So yes, I mean this man, you know what I'm saying? He just was on high on PCP and they did what they had to do to take care of him. You
Well, yeah,
know,
they obviously showed up because I believe his brother called, to handle the situation because he couldn't handle him because he was acting crazy because he's on PCP. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows what PCP does to somebody, but I mean, it makes them crazy and very strong. I mean, and then
oh god, yeah.
I mean, he was actually complying there for a little bit. Then he
Mhm.
starts yelling and saying he's wanting to kill people. He broke out a
Mhm.
window, I believe. He says he's got COVID-19, so when he starts spitting, they put
Mhm.
on what they call a spit hoodie or a spit cap,
Mhm.
just so he wouldn't spit. That it's netted. You won't suffocate from that one bit. It's not.
Mhm.
It's just made to keep spitting. I mean,
Yep.
when he went to get up is when they grabbed the head. Anybody that has any type of training knows if you have the head, you have control of the body, the entire body.
Mhm.
So when they put the head sideways and held him down so he could not get up. He was fine. The dude had his knee on his shoulder. It was fine. Okay, I mean it happens all the time. The police do that all the time. I mean,
Mhm.
it was really good training by the police officers, in my own opinion. And
Mhm.
I have military police training. I mean that's the only police training I have, but I mean in my opinion they did really really good job.
Yeah, I mean you both do. So me and you, that's why me and you can relate. Because like I said, I
Yep.
did a little bit of security work with when I was on submarines for nuclear weapons, and God knows patting people down.
Oh
Trying
yeah.
to to get people out of a designated area when they want to act belligerent. Me and you both have been in those situations, especially when I did tours in Iraq. I had to do the same thing, security and stuff like that. So this is, me and you know what
Well,
it takes,
I
to
think that's yeah. I think that's a lot of people's problems too. Is they've they don't know how people should deal with stuff like that. They don't have the training or anything like that.
hmm
And then they come up with all these things in their head that they think is right when it's obviously not. But
Yep. All right. So let's go on to the next one here. This next one right here is going to be uh about the Trump versus Biden debate. Now this is gonna make you laugh. Now I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about the real debate, and there's another debate out there. So we're gonna talk about two types of debates here.
all right,
So the real debate, originally, um, freaking oh yeah. By the way, my supporters say they like you, bro. So Miss Angie,
awesome. I like all you
so
guys too. That's
so
sweet.
you passed it, man. You're amazing. So anyway, bro, get back to what I was saying. Um, the Biden debate, they first said that they would that on Nancy Pelosi told Biden, don't do the debate. Like if you do it against Trump, he's gonna try to spin things. He's gonna fluster you. Blah 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 blah. All right, Biden said, "Oh, we gonna do this debate. We gonna do it," which I think is a stupid idea on his part, but whatever. Now Joe Rogan, I love Joe Rogan. I'm quite sure you do too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Joe was like, "What if we come up with a debate where it's just me as the referee? It's just Trump and Biden, and we all streaming, and we get to ask the real hard questions and see who would win the debate." Trump tweeted right then, "I'm all for it. Let's do it. I do a fourth debate." Biden is still crickets, aka hiding. He's still in the basement. He won't come out and answer. What you think, man?
Man, I think it's just one of those things. Biden's damned if he don't, and damned if he does. It's just one of those things. And I mean, he's kind of right about I mean, that's what politicians do, or people when they debate. They do twist stuff every now and again like that. They bait people into stuff to make them look better. I mean, that's gonna happen. But Trump is 100 times way better at it than Biden is. I mean, Biden is going to get crushed. The only way Biden will not get crushed in a debate is somehow he has a teleprompter in front of him, like he's been
Mm-hmm.
doing,
Yep, and
having
you
someone
right.
telling him what to say.
You're right.
I
And
mean,
you
because
know,
I actually feel bad for him a lot of times because everybody can tell that his cognitive ability is not the greatest, and it's
hmm
rapidly declining. He can't even be up on stage very long because of his health. I mean, and he wants to sit in the basement, to take a breath or whatever for as long as he's doing.
yeah. Vicky
So
said she's agree with you on that. Angie said that his wife is a freaking doctor and she should know he losing it.
well, I
And
mean, in her defense, I mean, it's his wife. She's gonna defend him, which I mean, she should. I mean, I defend my wife no matter what.
hmm
I mean that's gonna happen. But people that's not blinded or stupid, I should say, they're gonna see the truth, and I mean,
hmm
it's very clear what's happening.
You know, I'm gonna say it like this. Hunter Biden, aka Hunter Biden, get your daddy, man. Get your daddy. Quit this elder abuse. You know he don't deserve this, man. That's your daddy. He don't deserve this. That's all I got to say. My wife is sitting across from me laughing like you wrong for this.
It's the truth, though, man. It really is. They're like he's like a little rag doll to the Democrats right now. He really is. I mean, I personally, if he does win, which I don't really think he's ever going to, but if he does win this election by some miracle, I don't think he's actually going to be president. I think it's going to come out that he's mentally unstable to be fit to be president, and all of a sudden, Kamala Harris is going to be president, and I don't know what's going to happen between there. But if he does win somehow, I think the Democrats know that his what's going on with him is just going to help them in their favor.
Oh yeah, you know it is, bro. I mean, all day, every day, it's gonna help them in their favor. I mean, and that's just straight facts. So y'all give me a moment here. I'm finna go and switch over to the second side of my podcast because I'm making this live. So if you guys that just came in on the tail end of this podcast, I will have this podcast up in its whole entirety tonight. I promise you. So y'all guys can see me, you can hear me and Adam talk about these issues. So don't fret if you missed the broadcast or came to the end of it. The podcast of it will be here tonight. I promise you. So I'm doing this all at the same time just for you guys. All right. So give me one moment here and let me switch over to the next part. All right, so I am back. So this right here, the next one I want to talk to you about, bro, is this politician that actually came out. I don't know if you knew about this. I meant to tell you about this in the text, but it just hit my mind because he's been trending like for the past 24 to almost 36 hours now. Andrew Gillum. He was the dude. I don't know if you knew about this. I heard this story. He was the guy that they found. Well, let me give you the backstory. He ran. He was running for governor against Ron DeSantis in Florida. Okay, he lost the election. When he lost the election, he said he went into a depression because he lost to the Republican guy. Then about on March, it gets better, bro. I know you about the trip. March 13th, they found him. They get a distress call. They found a nurse who was naked with yeah, was naked with just a shirt on, I think. Met the cops to the door. That was a man, and they met another guy who was a porn star slash escort who
Gosh
was
dang.
gay, and the governor him the governor candidate that lost, Andrew Gillum, the black guy, was also passed out in his own vomit. Uh,
Hmm.
he said that he didn't take any PCP. I mean, what the guy had overdosed on, but in pills. But he said that he did drink a lot. Uh, so he goes to rehab for alcohol and depression. 6 months later, he did a interview with Tamron Hall, and he comes out and says that he's bisexual, but he's not gay. But there's been reports that him and this male escort has been having an affair on the low for years. I know you're gonna say something stupid.
Well, I knew from
know.
the beginning, man, he was the guy from the left. I knew he was a Democrat right off the bat when he started describing all that crap.
I knew he was gonna say something stupid.
I mean, all you gotta that just goes to show you that they chose the right candidate.
Oh wow!
Like, gosh dang, dude.
Oh,
it gets
it gets better. So his wife said a week.
Yet? Gosh.
Oh, bro, it gets better. A week before this, his wife said to everybody when they asked about her husband, were they going to split up? She said, "No, I'm going to be there for my husband to the end. We got 3 kids together. I'm not going nowhere." And then she kind of looked at him crazy in that interview when he came out that he was bisexual. But I think dude's full gay. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, in my opinion, if you're bi, you're gay. I mean, I get what he means by bi. He likes either one, but I mean, you're gay.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you had a relationship with this guy for the longest period of time on the low. Like, this ain't the first time y'all hooked up. And then all of a sudden, this dude vanishes in the thin air because what the backstory about that is somebody paid him to be quiet because they wanted Andrew Gillum to get back into the swing of helping out in politics. Buddy, you don't need to be a part of the Democratic Party right now. You are a walking joke. Anybody to go out here and be on the DL for that long, have 3 kids, turn around and get caught up like that and say, "Well, it was the alcohol, and I've always been bisexual." No, bro, just come out and say it. I'm with my wife because it looked good for me to get voted into the governor's mansion. As soon as I got into the governor's mansion, I was gonna have my man move in with me, and we about to get it in. That's all you had to say. Nobody would have cared. I wouldn't have cared. I mean, that's your business.
Yeah, all I could think about when you were describing the half naked girl that was actually a guy who answered the door was Michelle Obama.
Oh no, no, no!
Oh man!
Why you doing Big Mike like that, man? No.
I only say that because all the memes and stuff that goes around about her.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Big Mike. Oh Jesus. All I can say is that when it comes to situations like this, be honest. That's all I'm saying. Like, if the dude would have just been honest from the get go, whenever he got caught up, why are you trying to play and damper the situation? You had a full relationship with this guy. Nobody goes in an expensive hotel like that with 3 dudes, and you live that lifestyle. Just be honest. You got to Miami and you want to blow some steam, and you got caught up.
I think that's the whole left's problem, though, is they can't be honest, and if they've been proven wrong on something, they don't want to admit that. They can't say, "Yeah, you're right." No, they twist something else. They twist something else around.
Oh, hey, this is from Free Thinking. Y'all made me choke on my run with that one.
Hey, you need to share some of that, man.
Yeah, we need some of this. Cause when I seen what he said, I almost like to spill mine. I'm like, I know this man ain't lying like this. Quit lying. Quit lying. So, here's another one. She said that's like Angela in The Office, and oh man, you got people like that. You do got people like that don't want to admit, man. They really do.
Nobody wants to admit anything anymore, especially if they're on at fault. I mean, the left is horrible at that.
Yeah,
horrible at it.
They are, man. They really are horrible, and I think that it comes back to she said, oh yeah, okay. She said gay she meant. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, I mean, I think it's this, bro. I think that the left is living in a denial scenario. It's all about let me play the victim and let me see how much of non accountability I can withstand from. That's been their whole narrative for the last couple of years, and it's gotten worse now because you got these candidates out here doing all this craziness, and it's always somebody else's fault or they've been victimized by the pressures of life. I go through stress all the time. I lose things major too. I mean, I want to get a job opportunity that I recently got right now, and I tried for almost 5 months, and I got told no, and I finally got it. But during that 5 months when I got told no, I was depressed about it. But I didn't go out here and told my wife, "Hey, honey, guess what? Since I didn't get my job, I'm kicking you out, and I'm going out here to Miami and get myself into some strange, whether it's the same as me or someone different." I mean, come on. Who does that, bro? Yeah,
I
my
bet.
wife, my wife said she would have beat me up. Oh wow, you can't say that on camera, honey.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
man.
that's just a huge problem to them is the accountability part over anything. I mean, I say this all the time, but when they try to say that Trump started this hate and is making it worse, I always say no, he just exposed the hate is what he did. I
Hmm.
mean, ever since the first day he's been elected, it's attack, attack, attack. Even with the Russian collusion thing, what it take 3 years over that thing, and they didn't come up with one single fact about it.
Joe didn't.
I mean, come on.
It's sad. It's sad but true, man. I mean, they keep saying that Trump supporters are the most violent people in the world. Trump supporters, only
Oh,
thing I've seen a Trump supporter doing that was really messed up is okay, the dude imitated his knee was on George Floyd's neck. That's the only one I really seen that was out of character.
oh,
All
I
the
mean,
Trump supporters I've seen have been peaceful, just said that all lives matter. And that's another thing that I want to address on my broadcast. I am so sick, as I was in that same mindset too, of everybody saying that if you say all lives matter, you're not saying Black lives matter. Let me tell you something. Look at the definition of all. All means everything that is included in the United States of America or your working environment. So that means you matter. So with that being said, quit out here acting like when people say all lives matter that your behind ain't included. Because if your behind wasn't included, you wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't be able to go up here and get that nice car from the same people that you say is oppressing you, and you wouldn't be getting food from the same people that you say you oppressing you. Because I see a lot of you fools, excuse my expression, man, not to try to diss nobody, on the 1st and the 15th, be about to tear Walmart down getting food. So don't tell me that these people oppressing you. So I don't want to hear this shit.
oh
That's just
yeah,
where I'm at, man.
yeah. I want to go back to what you were talking about with the Trump supporters. I mean, the thing is, everybody's just people. Everybody's gonna have their own personalities. You know, just because you're a Trump supporter doesn't mean you don't do bad things. Because obviously there are, but you can see the difference in uh, the protests for sure. Like Trump
Mm-hmm.
protests, you don't see them tearing down cities for months at a time. You don't see them bashing on cops, hitting cops, setting them on fire. I mean, you don't see the Trump supporters doing that because they're more level headed. They know better than that. And then you have the BLM. I
Mm-hmm.
have nothing against Black lives at all. Black lives do matter. Every life matters. It's not just Black
Amen.
lives. What I have a
Amen.
problem with is the organization that's pushing this narrative that white people bad, Black people the great, or oppressed, and they want to tear
Yeah.
down these cities because insurance covers it. Well, come to find out, the insurance ain't covering as much as they should. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and they're losing money. So I
Yeah.
mean, and even still, they had to pay for that insurance. They didn't have to pay for any of that. I mean, the point is you're ruining people's lives because you are throwing a fit right now. That is not the way to go about doing it.
No, it's not. Just like over there in Washington, I don't know where it's at. Was in Washington. If anybody's following me or on my broadcast, if you're near that area in Washington, I'm about to talk about, let me know. It's a Trader Joe over there somewhere in Washington. These people, Black Lives Matter activists slash Antifa too, went right in the middle of the supermarket talking about we want to be able to have more opportunities in this store. They have stores like this here. We rah 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 rah. Just protesting about they're not getting equality over there with having a chance to have a Trader Joe in their neighborhood and stuff like that. So I'm sitting here like, okay, 1 minute you say you don't want nothing like Trader Joe in your neighborhood because you say it represents gentrification. Now you say you want something like Trader Joe in your neighborhood because you want to have opportunities to work. So which one is it? Goddamn it! That's number one. Number two, half of y'all at Trader Joe's. I don't know about you. You've been to Trader Joe's before, right?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, Trader Joe's is just like Whole Foods, but a little bit lower standard. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I
So
got
yeah, so Whole Foods is high. Trader Joe is on the next level. So, with that being said, you know good and damn well Trader Joe is not gonna have anything that you want in that damn store because it's high end, little higher end. There's a lot of organic foods in there, and Trader Joe is under the same umbrella as Aldi's and all the rest of them, but it's just a higher
you. Higher quality, I guess.
quality of food, and it's right under Whole Foods. So when you go in there and you paying, you know what I'm saying, 15, $16 for a fucking regular size salmon that you get at Walmart for 7 and 8, maybe $10, I'm quite sure you're gonna cry like a motherfucker because that's gonna go through all your damn stamps stuff that you got. I'm just being 100% real with this shit. Not to mention it doesn't have any coupons. So hardly over there. So why in the world do you want to go into want that kind of store in your neighborhood when you know good and damn well what budget you on? Now I could see if you wanted a Kroger. Kroger's pretty reasonable. I could see if you wanted an Aldi's. Aldi's pretty reasonable. But come on, man. This is the stuff right here that sounds super ignorant. And this is exactly why a lot of white liberals, and nothing against you, I'm just being
Oh
100
no,
about
you're
it,
good. Go ahead.
go out here and laugh at these black democratic people because in their mind, I told you they're ignorant. Look at that. Look at that. Look what they did. And it's sad. That's what they do. They make a fool out of them with that kind of stuff. I mean, you got to use your brain sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Why? Why liberals are the worst?
Yeah, they is the
Uh,
worst.
they'll sit there and have an argument with a black guy about how they're oppressed, and the other guys telling them no, he's not.
Yeah, exactly. 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 I mean, it's just crazy. Like I made my mother mad, and I've talked to this to everybody. I didn't tell this to you because I've been busy this week because I told my mom I broke the news to her that I'm going conservative. Because she
Oh
kept
yeah.
pressing me about what was going on with who I was going to vote for. And I've been raised in a liberal home almost all my life, and she was like, "Well, what you doing that for? He's bad." Rah, rah. I said, "Let me say something, Mom. I'm not going with the liberal way because due to the fact that the matter is." Liberal ain't gonna do nothing for me. It's gonna be the same exact scenario like it's been for years. More oppression, more letdowns, and things of that nature. And so my mom was like, oh, "So what do you think about the scenarios of people that's getting hurt and got killed, right? So by the cops." And I broke it down to her. I said a lot of these people, 99% of them, is their own fault. So then she was like, "Well, what did you think about George Floyd?" I said, "It's a combination of both with George Floyd. Yes, the police were wrong with how they put the knee properly on his neck, but at the same time, too, George was high that day. George got high like crazy. George also was not an angel. George had been in and out of trouble all of his days." I said, "So with that being said, Mom, I said, if you do the law like you follow the law like you're supposed to, you'll live to see another day." I said, "That's what it is. It's just like you used to tell me. If I lay with a dog with fleas, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get fleas on me."
Oh yeah.
And,
Well,
and,
a lot of the problem is with the media too is you get a group of you get a thing of 20 people, bad people, and that's all they show is 20 bad people. They're not showing the
mm-hmm,
500 good ones. They show the 20 on a daily basis. So yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like it's horrible, but in reality, it's the major majority of them are great. I mean, they've been doing good,
mm-hmm,
but no,
exactly.
they don't want to show that.
No, they don't want to show that. They don't want to show it because they want to create fear. It's all about everything that Trump has said. The left is trying to go against it. If Trump was to wake up tomorrow and say, "Defund the police, let the rioters carry on, no more law and order," watch and see the damn liberals will turn around and say, "Oh,
Oh,
law and order."
oh, whatever. It don't matter what Trump says, they're gonna go against it. I
Exactly.
don't think they've ever said good job to him at all, ever. Even if he does do a good job, they will not admit it. They will bring something else up.
Oh man, they will, bro. Oh my God. thank you, Miss Angie. I appreciate it. Are you talking about me or you talking about my man? My man's over here. Adam. I think he's talking about you, Adam. I don't think he's talking about my hair. I think he's talking about you. She's talking about that beard. And my man said, right here, he said, your man here in Spartanburg County, we had a young black man shoot at the police officers and drive off at 100 miles per hour. Okay, hold on. He's telling me some more. And he said, and our officers got them arrested without harm.
Yeah, you won't see
Okay,
stuff like that on the news. I mean, they won't,
yeah.
at least the mainstream media news.
And free
That
thinking. Oh, let you go. Let you
no,
go.
I was just saying that the mainstream media they won't show you any of the good news at all ever, because if they do, then it's going to throw their whole narrative off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said
Now,
earlier, they're just taking a certain amount and showing those. That's it.
now, free thinking, you're probably not going to see it in the media, but I want to tell you that Spartanburg is near my birth city. I was born in Hartsville, South Carolina, which is Darlington County over there. So I'm not too far from Spartanburg. So you probably heard of Darlington County Raceway. That's where I was born at. So yeah, shout out to South Carolina. But yeah, South Carolina officers are pretty much somewhat chill. Um, yeah, and everything else. The only problem that we ever had with the what I've ever seen with the officer was the one that got fired that night at in Columbia, South Carolina, which was recent. He said the N word, but he said the black dude called him the N word. But like everybody said, you ain't had to say the word with a hard R. You could have just said he saw me the N word. And you get frustrated, you should have just backed up. But he just kept getting more and more agitated, more and more aggressive for no reason. And the way he handled the situation, he put his department and himself in a bad way. So he lost his job because of it. Now that situation there, I could understand. That's the fault of the officer. But all this other stuff, these officers getting fired for and lives getting ruined. I'm out on it, man.
They're only
I
getting
mean,
fired because the public is the ones making a big deal about it. It's not even it's just the left, the left side, the Democrats. They're the
hmm
ones pushing for this horrible all cops are bad uh, narrative.
exactly. And it's a sad situation. I never thought that I lived to see the day that we would live in a culture where this is the norm. Like,
Yeah, it's horrible.
yeah, it is. Well, guys, I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna start wrapping this up. My man, tell me what you want me to type so they can follow you and everything for your to kind of like follow your social media stuff if you
Oh,
need me to.
there'd be the think tank. I don't know. You probably just have to copy the URL on it.
All right, give me 1 second. I will. Give me one moment. I'm finna put it on there so y'all can follow my man, Adam, on
Yeah,
here.
that's mainly where I go live at. So.
Yeah, and this is his group. Like I love this group, man. I love this group.
And it's for everybody. It's not just for Republicans or independent people, or I mean it's literally for anybody. The reason I made it is because I get kicked off of groups all the time just for posting my opinion. So I made it so I'm not kicking people just because they share a different view. So I mean it don't matter what your view is. Join and have fun there. You can discuss with everybody there.
And anybody that joins me that is a liberal, I want you to know right here, right now. You think I can debate? This guy here is a master debater. Okay, so when you come to him, you better know what your facts is. Cause my boy will, and this is his Facebook group right here. All right, so that just copy that link if you got a piece of paper or whatever have you. But that's the think tank, or just type in think tank. Either way it goes, my man's a master debater. I promise you, I done seen him mop it with the best of them. He made one against Ryan Davis, the comedian who is a liberal. And I'm telling you, he destroyed Ryan. He destroyed Ryan Facts. I don't think Ryan made another video after that. I think he probably went viral on it.
I don't know, maybe.
But I mean, he destroyed him. So man, I'm telling you now, this guy he knows his stuff. So anytime y'all got some liberal person that wants to show out and think they can think he a bad boy, yeah, it ain't gonna work. And I'm gonna put it in the chat right here because people said put in the chat. We putting in the chat right here, man. That's the chat right there. That's the group. Y'all go ahead on and copy that. Put that in your into your thing right here. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, you got Miss Angie got a crush on you, Adam. She said she like that ginger man. All right, Miss Angie, you got to be cool now. He
I
married. His
appreciate
wife
that, but
crazy
I
too.
am married. I appreciate that though.
Exactly, man. AKA that's my Viking, man, the homie. The Viking. So anyway it goes, man. So the Viking and the Dreadhead has given you another amazing broadcast. Again, if you like what I'm doing, guys, and everything, please definitely support the channel. You know how I do. $ Joshua Joel Davis. Anything that bestowed in your heart. Also, too, if you want to donate that way, you can also donate through Venmo as well. If you missed the broadcast tonight, because I know a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on in their life, and it might have, because I went a little earlier than usual. Please don't hesitate to go to my anchor site and pod on with the podcast, and it has the whole conversation we have right there on the podcast. Okay. Oh my God. You Miss Angie, we're not gonna say nothing else to you, man. You is wilding right now. Oh my gosh. You said I can have a crush. Oh my Jesus. Y'all is running right now. So either way it goes, um I wanna say that we definitely so all three of us. Oh, that's funny. She said all her children like you too. That's hilarious.
Hey, that's awesome though.
Hey, that's cool, man.
Hey,
That's
to every
cool.
one of you.
Yeah. So either way it goes, you're gonna see a lot more Adam. Me and Adam gonna collaborate a lot. So
Oh yeah.
we'll probably do another collaboration. We'll probably try to do this as often as possible, maybe once a week, maybe twice,
Yeah, like I
cause of
said,
her
I
schedule.
try to go at least once a week on my page. So
Yeah,
the
so
reason
you
I didn't
know,
last week is because my birthday was yesterday. So
yeah, you gotta say, oh, happy birthday, Viking.
appreciate it.
What's going on, brother? Oh my God, man. So yeah, definitely, man. All right, Miss Angie. I see you. I see you. All right. So don't worry. Y'all spread the news about us. I'm finna go up here and let my man go. You stay safe, brother, and be good. All right.
All right, man. We'll see you.
All right, bro. All right. Bye. All right. So I want to tell everybody once again, thank y'all for being a part of this um special broadcast. Oh man, you just missed it, brother. We would have told you about what was happening with Cardi B. Sorry about that, man. Um Again, thanks everybody for coming and joining the broadcast, showing my guy Adam some love. I'm gonna try to get more guests on here again. If you want to be a guest on my show and you got the same thought process, or if you a liberal and you want to debate me on my show, yes, you can definitely come on. I'll give you your platform. I'll let you say what you got to say, prove your facts. We'll just discuss my facts, and then we can agree to disagree. And if you show that you more got more facts than I do, then fantastic. If not, then you know what? It's still all good. So either way it goes, I appreciate all of you guys. The rest of this broadcast will be on the podcast tonight. I'll put the link on Twitter if you follow me. Until then, y'all be safe. Y'all have a good evening. And once again, thank y'all for sharing this conservative experience.